Hey everybody, Chloe Duplessis here, and thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Creative Shift. As always, on Creative Shift, I strive to provide value by giving you the benefit of my experience and expertise as a creative entrepreneurship coach for over 10 years and as a working artist. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys. So today we're talking about personality-based scheduling. And it basically is what it says. It's scheduling based upon your personality. So if you are unfamiliar with this, honey, get a pen, bam, and a pad, bam, and let's get ready to take some notes because it's not only a thing, it's the thing. Like, it's the thing. So the first thing that you want to do when you sit down to make your schedule, hopefully that you are in a space where you can actually carve out about 30 minutes to 45 minutes every week to go over your schedule. Now, you would not believe how many people are like not doing this and then wondering why time is just like, their schedule's crazy, like time is crazy. And the reality is there are a lot of things that you have no control over. That's very true. But one of the things that will help you feel more confident and self-assured as you go throughout your week and go throughout your day is making sure you at least have something to start from. If you at least have a framework, a schedule, an action plan, then you have somewhere from which to start. You know, you can make adjustments there. But if you have nothing, honey, you just waking up in the morning and just freewheeling it, free balling. I'm not a fan of that term. I don't know why I even said that. Anyway, if you're just out there and you have no set structure to your day, it will lead to, it will help cultivate this really odd energy and this culture of just confusion, frankly, confusion. And in this time, this pandemic season that we're in, there are a lot of things that can contribute to increased levels of insecurity or anxiety. So anything that you can do that is free and positive and beneficial to helping you feel more rooted and more grounded, honey, that's the thing to do. It's the thing to do. So, feel like my sweater? I like it. It's real soft. I just wanted to say that. Just wanted to say that. That was really random, but that was on my heart to share. Hopefully you have a beautiful jacket or sweater that just makes you feel like all the things. So that said, let's go ahead and let's point out the ways that you can start today, like right now in this moment, to develop a stronger, more valuable mindset when it comes to creating a schedule. I'm really thinking through my words tonight. I'm like filming at night. So if you're watching this during the day, I'm filming at night and I'm thinking through every single word because I had such a beautiful, intentional day, largely due to to God and to personality-based scheduling, which makes sense because I typically do most of my filming at night because, hey, based upon my personality, that works best for me. So first thing we want to talk about is what time of day or night works best for you. Are you an early riser? Are you a morning person? Are you one of those rare individuals that can get up at 5 a.m., like run, come in, cook breakfast, like do all the things, so much so that by the time it's like lunchtime, you're finished with all your stuff? If you are, then chances are you probably served in the military, or chances are, hats off to our military, or chances are you just were raised by somebody's grandmama, because lots of elderly people get up super, super early. And if you are, that's great, because here's the beauty in that. If you're an early riser, I don't know what it is about getting up early. You're just able to get so much more done. I have no idea what it is, but you're really able to get so much more done. So if you are an early riser, hats off to you. That's gonna be an awesome resource to you. You want to schedule your heavier things in the day, because if you are an early riser, chances are around 2, 3, or 4 in the afternoon, your energy begins to wane. And I'm not talking about, the people who actually have a cup of coffee at 2 or 3 to power through. I'm talking about your natural energy. your natural energy begins to wane. So you definitely want to honor your body. You want to honor your time. And truly, if you're getting up at 5 or 6 in the morning, or for some people 4 a.m., there's no reason why you shouldn't have the majority of things done by 12 noon, so you can kind of take it easy in the afternoon, and receive your children when they come home from school, or work on a project, get in a little bit of a nap, or if you work a full-time day job, just focus on those things that you have to do at home if you're not working from home. So that's the great advantage to being someone who is an early riser and who has that early riser mindset and personality. Now, maybe you're a midday person. Maybe, you work nights, or you're in college, or you're just one of those people who may get up early, like myself. I get up pretty early, but you're not ready for the world. I may get up around 5 or 6 a.m. because that's my prayer and devotion time each day. I get up, I do laundry, I cook breakfast, I have my prayer and devotion. I look over my projects for the day. My child is still asleep at the time. It's a good time. That said, even though I get up early, I am not ready to engage or be engaged early in the morning. I'm just not. I'm ready to get a cup of tea. I just wanted to have a cup of tea. But really, I'm getting up, I'm having a cup of tea, I'm having that time. I feel like that's my time. It's a very sacred time. It's my time to converse with God. So that's what I'm doing early in the morning. I typically don't schedule meetings, calls, Zooms I don't schedule anything at this point before 9 a.m. Preferably, the best time to schedule for me is at 10 a.m. just because I know that I am my best self. I'm awake. I've had my tea or my coffee. I've exercised. I've done those things around the house that I feel free me up to focus my energy on that call. I've had time to prep for the call, read my notes, or do my research if it's a client opportunity. It just works best for me. Occasionally if they request it, I'll do an afternoon call, 1 or 2 in the afternoon, maybe at 3, but I don't schedule anything for myself that requires full engagement after 3, just because I'm not my best self. I'm legit tired, because keep in mind, I didn't get up and plant corn that morning, but I've been up since 6 and I got a toddler. So that's not the thing to do, unless of course there's no other time available, in which case I will try to be flexible, because flexibility is the name of the game. So let's move on to the third tier. The third tier, or the third type of personality, is based. Why can't I talk right now? The third type of person that we're planning for is the person or personality that is they get going around late afternoon, evening, or even nighttime. These are the people who are night owls. These are the people who typically, when the club was open pre-pandemic, they were just let's go. 11 o'clock is early. I'd be in bed by 11. But anyway, those are the people who are actually just getting ramped up. Let's go to breakfast after this. And it's 6 in the morning. You're just I'm trying to go to the house. I got stuff to do tomorrow. So, no judgment, all love. If you're one of those people who legitimately just don't get going until the evening, that's the best time for you to really focus your creative energy and get some work done. So if you have a podcast, you're recording in the evening, you are doing video in the evening, you're planning in the evening, you just want to structure your day based upon your personality, because it will definitely help you as you get ready to attack some of these beautiful goals that God's placed in your heart. It makes no sense for you to schedule an 8 a.m. meeting if you're someone who doesn't want to get up that early. It won't allow you to put your, present the best version of you, So here's the beauty in this. For every tier and every type of individual personality, guess what? You got company. You have a tribe. There are some morning people who will only really good at vibing with morning people. They get each other. If you are one of those people that, loves a 10 a.m. meeting, I'm your person. I get you. I get you. And I honor you. And if you're someone who's a night owl, hey, night owls unite. It's a real thing. So, occasionally you'll have to make adjustments because everyone that you deal with and engage with will not be on the same page. And that's just part of business and part of being flexible, and having an open spirit. But I will say this. If you have a choice and they allow you to set the time, then you should be frank and say, this is when I work best, or this is my availability. So I just wanted to share those tips with you. For people who are looking for calendars, Google is a great calendar. It's already in your phone, or if you have an iPhone. I don't have an iPhone, so I'm not sure what they use, but I'm sure they have a dope calendar app there. Also, you want to always do a backup. While I do have a calendar on my phone and on my tablet and computer, I also legitimately, wait, where is it? Okay, I thought it was up here, I don't see it. But I legitimately actually have an old school paper calendar notebook because, I'm in my 40s and that was a real thing. Also because sometimes technology can fail you and you want to have a backup. So you want to have that actual schedule, that meeting, that appointment written at least 3 places so that you can be prepared and informed. Remember, the whole reason you're creating a schedule is to get more out of your day, to maximize your time so that you can be a better steward, to honor the time that God has given you, and to realize these beautiful dreams and goals that He's placed in your heart. All right. So, all right, you guys, I hope that was beneficial to you. Schedule according to, the type of personality that you have. Also, be mindful that if there is a method of meeting that is better for you, now is a perfect time to be frank about that. If you are someone that doesn't have a strong comfort level with video conferencing, Zoom, I don't know, are people still using Skype? No shade against Skype, I just haven't heard about it in a while. Google Hangouts, things of that nature, FaceTime. If you're not someone who feels comfortable with that, first thing, you should develop a comfort level because that's where we are right now. But 2, if they give you an option and you prefer a call, then say it. Say, I prefer a call. There's nothing wrong with speaking your truth because a lot of people don't like being, seen either. So, that's the thing as well. Also, be mindful that every time you go into your meeting or you set your appointment, if there's something that requires you to be informed, you want to set aside at least 30 minutes prior to that meeting to do research. That means going to their website, looking at links, reading the article, watching the video, because you want to speak from an informed place. And this is a good tip to have, whether you are actually trying to secure a client or whether you're just being a part of a conversation. Because keep in mind, if there's not a call to action, if you are not showing up authentically, then what are we even doing? Why are we on this call? Why did I put on lip gloss and arch this brow, if I wasn't going to provide value and that wasn't my intention? It's all about the power of intention. Okay? So does that make sense? So schedule according to your personality. Make sure you have your calendar and your dates and your appointments listed in several different spaces on your phone, tablet, old school calendar. Also, make sure that you research and you're prepared for the appointment, for the meeting, for the engagement, so you can put your best foot forward. And the last one is my absolute favorite. I just have to say it. Maybe I shouldn't say be. Honor where you are. There, I said it. There's just no other way to say it. Honor where you are. And by that, I mean, if there is something that you need to share, you need to ask, you need to request, be mindful about that, pray about that, and share that in that engagement. Because you want, remember, they're giving you their time, but this is your time as well. Honor where you are. And when you're doing your scheduling, a part of honoring where you are also means that you really focus on being truthful about your priorities. Don't take a meeting if you know you have no intention on supporting that idea, that project, or initiative, or that cause. If you're not for it, if your values are not in alignment, this is not an exploratory call, that can be done by email. You want to be very, very clear that you're engaging and you're offering your time for something that's worthwhile, that's going to be beneficial to you and to the person on the call. Otherwise, you're doing yourself a disservice and you're doing them a disservice. So in this season where time is one of those things that we just are valuing more and more and more, because for some reason the pandemic not only makes it feel as if time is moving faster, but slower at the same time, we all are learning to manage our time differently. And that said, one of the best ways for you to manage your time differently, more effectively, more efficiently, is to prioritize your time and what's most important to you. So this is the last thing I'm going to talk about in this video, and this is basically just a quick rundown of how I do my scheduling every week. So every week, typically on Saturday or Sunday evening, after I've done all the stuff I need to do for my day, I sit down to like this desk area. This is like my home desk area. I know you see my lovely blind situation in the back. Don't judge me. So you want to sit down, and I sit down and I actually look at my calendar and I say, okay, what do I already have scheduled for this week? You know, do I have a client call? Do I have a pitch session? For instance, right now we're working on one of my art exhibitions that will debut in January because this video is filmed in December. So, you know, I'm looking at all the things that have to be done, family-wise, work-wise, and in terms of personal things, like, you know, doctor's appointments, self-care, things of that nature. So all the non-negotiables go on the calendar first because they're non-negotiables, right? So then once you put those on your calendar, then you have a clear idea of what has to happen. This includes like bills that are due, and personal things you have to do, you know, for yourself, for your family, and for a vehicle or for your home. So just be mindful of those non-negotiable things. The next thing you want to add is those things that are important, you know, that's your second tier. Those things that are important that need to happen. So like you need to call to follow up on a project, or you need to schedule a dentist appointment for your spouse or for your kid or for yourself. These are things that need to happen. The world will not come to an end if they don't happen, but they're important. The third tier, those are the things that you would like to do. These are things that if it doesn't happen, you don't lose any sleep, but it'd be nice to do it. You know, it'd be nice to, you know, run 3 or 4 miles this week. I'm talking about you, I ain't talking about me. I need to be running 3 or 4 miles, but I'm not. I make it a brisk walking every other day. Kudos to you if you are like running every day goals. So like these are the things that, you know, it'd be great if they happen, but it's not required. So when you're looking at your calendar and the run of your day, you know that the things that are the first that were already on the calendar, the non-negotiables, those are the things that have to happen. They have to happen this week. They are priorities. You got to take care of this issue. You got to pay this bill. You have to pitch this. You have to send this email. You have to make this call. These are things that have to happen. So because you already have a schedule that's laid out that says this is what needs to happen, this is what I would like to happen, this would be great if that happened, you actually know where you have gaps of space and time. So that helps you when you're actually plugging a last minute client call, or you want to catch a webinar, or you need to make a quick run to Walmart to get something and then run back with your marathon. Like it's a whole like pandemic life. So like that will help you. It'll also help you see where you can actually carve out some time to kind of get quiet and pray throughout the day, or have some alone time with your partner or spouse when they get off work, or spend some quality time with your kid after they do their homeschooling program. It just allows you to really have a clear vision for your day, and it helps you to visualize. And visualization, that's another video that will be coming, but it really helps you manifest those things that are on your heart. So these are just some tips that have been a blessing to me. I hope it makes sense and it provides value to you. If you have any questions, let me know. And for those people who have been clients of mine in the past, you know that every quarter I do a creative action planning seminar. That will be coming up soon because it's December, it's the end of the 4th quarter. And like, even though we don't know what's going on next year with the vaccine and with the pandemic and with all the other things, the reality is only you control you, and you have to have a clear idea of how you're going to move forward. And the best way to do that is to be positive and be proactive and to have something to work from. Like that's what this video was all about. Okay, you guys. Take care, God bless, be well, and if I can support your creative endeavors in any capacity, let me know. And if you are not following me on Instagram, please do so at duplessis.art or at I am Chloe Duplessis, and you can go to my website and my YouTube page of the same name, Duplessis Art. Take care and be well.